In 259 BCE, during the tumultuous Warring States period, a child was born who would change history forever. Yingzheng, later known as Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, was a figure of towering ambition, unrivaled achievements, and enduring mystery. His story is one of conquest, innovation, paranoia, and an insatiable quest for immortality. Yingzheng's early life was shrouded in political intrigue and personal scandal. His mother, Lady Zhao, was once a concubine of King Zhuangxiang of Qin, but it was rumored that she had been the lover of Lu Buwei, a powerful merchant who manipulated her marriage for political gain. Some claimed Yingzheng was Lu's son, a rumor that cast a shadow over the young heir's legitimacy. Despite these whispers, Yingzheng rose to the throne at just 13 years old after his father's death. Initially, the young king ruled under the regency of Lu Buwei, but as he matured, Yingzheng began asserting his authority. His first act of consolidation was ousting Lu Buwei, forcing him into exile and ultimately to suicide. This ruthless move was the beginning of a pattern that would define his reign: eliminate threats and solidify control. By the age of 22, Yingzheng was fully in charge and his ambitions turned outward. The Qin state, already a military powerhouse, employed revolutionary tactics under his leadership. The army's success lay in its strict hierarchy, disciplined soldiers, and innovative use of technology, such as mass-produced crossbows with interchangeable parts. Qin generals like Bai Qi, known as the human butcher, employed psychological warfare and devastating strategies, including the mass execution of captured soldiers to demoralize enemies. Through relentless campaigns, Yingzheng defeated the rival states of Han, Zhao, Wei, Chu, Yan, and Qi by 221 BCE. The Qin state, already a military powerhouse, employed revolutionary tactics under his leadership, achieving what had seemed impossible: the unification of China. He declared himself Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor, a title signaling the start of a new epoch. He envisioned his rule as the dawn of an eternal dynasty, setting the stage for a centralized state that would endure for centuries. Qin Shi Huang's unification extended beyond the battlefield. To create a cohesive empire, he implemented sweeping reforms. He standardized weights, measures, and currency, introducing round coins with square holes that facilitated trade. A single written script replaced regional variations, fostering communication and cultural unity. Even the axles of carts were standardized to ensure they could travel on Qin's meticulously planned road network. The emperor's infrastructural projects were equally transformative. The Lingkou Canal, constructed during his reign, connected the Yangtze and Pearl River systems, revolutionizing agriculture and commerce. The network of imperial roads stretched thousands of miles, enabling rapid troop movements and facilitating governance across the vast empire. Among his most ambitious endeavors was the Great Wall. While earlier walls existed, Qin Shi Huang ordered their unification and expansion to protect against northern nomadic tribes. Constructed by hundreds of thousands of laborers, many of whom were convicts or conscripted peasants, the project came at a terrible human cost. Those who perished were said to be buried within the wall, a grim reminder of the emperor's unyielding determination. Yet Qin Shi Huang's achievements were matched by his paranoia. Haunted by the inevitability of death, he turned to alchemists and mystics in search of immortality. He consumed mercury-laden elixirs, believing them to be life-prolonging potions even as they poisoned his body. He sent expeditions, including the legendary voyage of Xu Fu, to find the mythical Penglai Island, where immortals were said to dwell. Xu Fu never returned, sparking rumors that he reached Japan and became part of its folklore. The emperor's obsession with immortality culminated in the construction of his vast mausoleum. Discovered in 1974 by farmers digging a well, the site is one of the most extraordinary archaeological finds in history. The Terracotta Army, numbering over 8,000 life-sized clay soldiers, chariots and horses, was crafted to protect him in the afterlife. Each figure is unique, reflecting individual features, hairstyles and armor, suggesting a highly sophisticated workforce. Ancient texts describe the tomb as a microcosm of the emperor's empire, with rivers of mercury flowing through a landscape of mountains and palaces, all beneath a starry ceiling of precious stones. Modern technology has detected high mercury levels in the soil, corroborating these accounts. However, the central tomb remains unopened, partly due to concerns about preservation and partly because of the elaborate booby traps described in historical records. Qin Shi Huang's rule was marked not only by grandeur, but also by brutality. His adoption of legalism as the guiding philosophy of governance emphasized strict laws and severe punishments. Dissent was not tolerated. In 213 BCE, he ordered the infamous burning of books, destroying texts that challenged his ideology or posed a threat to his authority. Scholars who resisted were executed, buried alive in a gruesome display of power. Despite his draconian methods, Qin Shi Huang's reforms laid the foundation for a unified China. His centralized bureaucracy, based on merit rather than aristocratic privilege, became the model for future dynasties. His vision of a standardized, connected empire endured, even as the Qin dynasty itself crumbled just 4 years after his death. In 210 BCE, during a tour of his empire, Qin Shi Huang died suddenly, likely from mercury poisoning. His ministers kept his death secret for weeks, fearing unrest. To conceal the odor of his decaying body, they transported it in a cart surrounded by rotting fish. This secrecy allowed them to orchestrate a succession plan, though the resulting power struggle led to the dynasty's downfall. Recent discoveries continue to shed light on Qin Shi Huang's reign. Archaeologists have found additional figures and artifacts near the Terracotta Army, including acrobats and musicians, suggesting the tomb complex was designed to provide the emperor with both protection and entertainment in the afterlife. Studies of the army's paint remnants reveal that the figures were once vividly colored, a stark contrast to their current earthy tones. One of the most intriguing modern developments involves the potential excavation of the central tomb. Advances in non-invasive technology, such as ground-penetrating radar and remote sensing, have provided detailed maps of the underground complex. Yet the decision to open the tomb remains controversial, with debates over the ethical and practical implications of disturbing such a site. Qin Shi Huang remains a polarizing figure. To some, he is a visionary who unified a fractured land and laid the groundwork for one of the world's greatest civilizations. To others, he is a tyrant whose unrelenting ambition brought suffering to millions. Perhaps the truth lies in the paradox of his legacy, a ruler whose achievements were as monumental as his flaws. This is the story of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, a man who sought to conquer time itself and whose shadow looms over history to this day.